Okay, now let's continue with strong acids and weak acids. What does it mean by strong acid and what does it mean by weak acid? Okay. Strength of acid. Acids are chemical substances that ionize or dissociate in the presence of water to produce hydrogen ions. All acid, when dissolved in water, it will produce hydrogen ions. And the hydrogen ions will react or combine with water to form the hydroxonium ions. This is hydrogen ion. This is hydroxonium ions. So all acids will do this. But acid can be classified into two categories: strong acids or weak acids. Okay, based on what? Based on the degrees of ionizations. What does ionize means? Ionize means that it dissociates to form ions. For example, HCl, it dissociates in water to form hydrogen ion and chloride ions. Okay, so this is called ionizations. Ionizations of acid molecule. So the acid ionizes to form hydrogen ion and chloride ions. This happens only with the presence of water. Okay, and based on this, actually we can classify acid into strong acids and weak acids. And how do we classify it? Okay, we classify it according to the degrees of ionizations. The strength of an acid depends on the degrees of ionizations or dissociations of the acid. If it ionizes 100% ionized, okay, then it's strong acid. Okay, if it ionizes less than 100%, maybe just 5%, sometimes just 5%, okay, just 10%, okay, then it's weak acid. That's the difference between strong acids and weak acid. Okay, yeah, because a lot of students they may think that strong acid, it must be very acidic, very concentrated acid. No, that's not the case. Okay, as long as the acid can fully ionize, 100% ionize, then it's strong acids. And weak acid is the acid that just partially ionizes, just maybe 10%, 20%, 30% ionized. Okay, that is weak acid. So strong acid are acid that ionize completely to form hydrogen ions in water. For example, okay, HCl, hydrogen chloride. When it dissolves in water, then let's say we have 3 hydrogen chloride dissolved in water, then it will form 3 hydrogen ion, 4 hydrogens, 4 actually. There are 4 hydrogen chloride molecules. It will form 4 hydrogen ion and 4 chloride ion. 100% ionized. Then this is strong acid. This is strong acid. Okay. Then weak acid, for example, we have 4 molecules, just one of it ionized. The other 3 remains as the molecule does not ionize, just one of it ionized. So in this case, it's 25% of it's ionized. So only part of the molecules ionized, and this is called weak acid. This is a weak acid. So strong acid, fully ionized. Weak acid, partially ionized. So that's the difference between strong acid and weak acid. So summary, okay, strong acids, degrees of ionization, 100%. Concentrations of hydrogen ion is high, okay, because fully ionized, so it has a lot of hydrogen ions, so the concentrations of the ion is high. Now this is to compare the acid with same concentrations. I will tell you what's the difference between concentrations of acid and concentrations of hydrogen ions. And the pH value usually is low. Usually, if the concentration is 0.1 mole per decimeter cube, okay, if the concentration is 0.1 mole per decimeter cube, then the pH is already 1. Okay, so the pH is 1 if the concentration is not so high. Okay, yeah, about 0.1 mole per decimeter cube is already, pH is already 1. So the pH usually low. Low means it's acidic. Okay, pH low means acidic. pH high means alkali. Examples, okay, this one you need to memorize. Sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, and nitric acid. These 3 acids are strong acids. Okay, strong acids. So weak acids, degrees of ionizations less than 100%. The concentrations of hydrogen ion is low, okay, and the pH usually is high. High means it's about 4, 5, 6. Okay, it must be less than 7 because all acid the pH is less than 7. But for this acid, maybe the pH is 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, then this is considered high. Examples of weak acid: ethanoic acid, phosphoric acid, citric acid, okay, and there are a lot more, okay, a lot more. So that is the difference between strong acids and weak acids. Okay, Faisal has a question. The sulfuric acid is the strongest acid. We don't have strong acid, stronger acid, and strongest acid. We don't have that, okay? As long as it ionizes 100%, then it's strong acid. Ionized 100% is strong acid. But the concentrations of sulfuric acids, okay, we can make it to become very high, okay? The concentrations can be up to 97, 98% for sulfuric acid. The concentration can be up to 97, 98%, okay? So it means that it can be very, very concentrated, and this make it very corrosive, okay? This make it very corrosive, and that give a wrong impressions that this is the strongest acid, but actually we don't have strongest acid, okay? We just have strong and weak acid, that's all, okay? You cannot say this one is stronger than that one, because both also ionize 100%. If both also ionize 100%, how do you tell which one is stronger, right? Okay, explain why the pH of ethanoic acid is much higher than the pH of hydrochloric acid of same concentrations. Okay, let's say ethanoic acid, we have ethanoic acid, and then we have hydrochloric acid. Okay, then both of them has same concentration. Let's say the concentration is 0.5 mole per decimeter cube. We are going to learn concentrations maybe next week or what, okay? This one also 0.5 mole per decimeter cube. Let's put 0.1, 0.1, okay? If you measure the pH of HCl, you'll find that the pH equals to 1, okay? But if you measure the pH of ethanoic acid, then the pH is equal to about 4, okay? 3 or 4, So same concentrations, but the pH is not the same. And that is because this is strong acid, this is weak acid. pH is the measures of the concentrations of hydrogen ion, okay? So the one has more hydrogen ion, the pH is low. The one has low hydrogen ions, less hydrogen ions, then the pH is high, okay? So this one, strong acid, 100% ionized, so it has a lot of hydrogen ions, and therefore the pH is low. This one, weak acid, just partially ionized, and it has little hydrogen ion, and therefore the pH is high, okay? When you have little hydrogen ion, the pH is higher. When you have a lot of hydrogen ions, then the pH is low. Let's see the proposed answer. Hydrochloric acid is a strong acid. It ionizes 100% when dissolved in water. Ethanoic acid is a weak acid. It only ionizes partly when dissolved in water. So as a result, if the concentrations of the acid is the same, then the concentrations of hydrogen ion in hydrochloric acid will be higher, okay, because 100% ionized. So it will be higher than ethanoic acid. Actually, it's much higher. It's much, much higher than the concentrations of hydrogen ions in ethanoic acid.